Bienvenidos, welcome, damas y caballeros. This lesson is going to be going through the numbers. We're going to learn the numbers 1 a 100, 1 to 100. Now we're doing this for two reasons. One, everyone needs to be able to count in Spanish. You need to be able to say the numbers, and you need to be able to hear people call out numbers, and you understand what they are. So you're going to actually be thinking in Spanish instead of trying to translate from English to Spanish. So our goal is to know the numbers so well that you don't think of the English word, you only think of the Spanish words. Now, the second reason we're going to go over the numbers is we just finished the alfabeto. You've learned all the letters of the alphabet, you learned all the sounds of the language. We want to read some Spanish words. So most of you know some of the numbers already. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to actually read the numbers and learn those sounds again, practice them. So we're going to put them to work. You might want to get your libro and go to the section of los números, and you can follow along with me. The numbers are written here in your book. There's two places for them. There's a place where they're done just as a list, and then there's kind of a graphics where you can see the pictures of the numbers as I have them on the screen. But you can make some notes there in your book and follow along with me as we go through los números. All right, damas y caballeros, let's get going. I bet most of you already know how to count 1 a 10. Let's see if you can do them real quick with me. So let's start right up here, por favor, and let's go through the numbers 1 a 10. Y'all ready to go? Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. And let's go back and look at them carefully, one at a time. Look at these with me, por favor. Now, we learned that this letter is an U, and it always makes the sound of an U. We've learned that this letter is an O, and it's always the sound of an O. So just reading Spanish words, read it with the sounds that we've learned. Thus we have U, no. Uno. Set. Uno. Excelente. Again, we have an O in the word, and so we spell this word D-O-S, D-O-S, and it's pronounced dos. Read it. Dos. With an E, we have tres. Tres. Again, tres. With an U and an A, we produce this U-A. Ku. Qua. Cuatro. Do it. Cuatro. Again. Cuatro. And note we're going to divide that word right in between here. That first syllable is qua, and the second syllable is tro. Cuatro. Cinco. Here we have two sounds. We have the S sound and we have the K sound of that letter C. Remember we talked about that? Here we have an S sound. Sin. And then here we have a K sound, co. Cinco. Read that, please. Cinco. Muy bien. Seis. A little word, but try it again. Seis. We have an E and an E. Se, is. But put it together as one syllable. Seis. Seis. Siete. Siete. And this word has two syllables. We're going to divide it right here. The first syllable is sie, and the second syllable is te. Siete. Siete. That's probably the place that students have the most difficulty in the first 10 numbers, is between the siete and the seis. Then we have ocho. Ocho. An easy one. Read it. Ocho. And then nueve. Nueve. Two syllables. The first syllable is nue, and the last syllable is be. Nu, e, be. Nueve. And again, most people that are living in this part of the world in Southeast Texas, you're going to have the be sound. Coming out of Mexico and Central America, remember that the V is usually pronounced as a soft B sound. Thus the word is nueve. But if you decide to say nueve, that's all right. They'll still understand you, and some people say it that way. So it's both ways are correct. Nueve, nueve. Gracias. Número 10. 10. Now remember that the zeta is the letter S. S. So it has that S sound. So it's 10. 10. Excelente. Let's back up and run through these again, por favor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excelente. Can you count with me without looking at the numbers? Let's just look at my fingers here. Well, here we go. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bravo! Excelente. Now, if you know 1 through 10, that's going to help us as we go through the rest of the numbers. The next group of numbers, I call them the say numbers. Say numbers because the next 5 numbers, all 5 of them, their last syllable is a say. Say. Say, these 2 letters. Look at them in your book. Starting with 11, going through 15, every one of them ends with a say. So the first one is pronounced once. Once. Repeat it with me. Once. The next one is doce. Doce. Those are easy ones. Then we have trece. Trece. Those are the easiest ones. Run them one more time with me. We have once, doce, trece. I wish it was cuatroce, but it's not. It is catorce. Let me step out of the way here and look at it carefully. Catorce is 3 syllables. Catorce. Catorce. Repeat one more time. Catorce. Muy bien. And then the last of these say numbers is the word quince. Now, quince, if you'll look, it has the Q-U-I, Q-U-E in the word. Right here. Now remember, if you go back to your alphabet and look, the letter Q has 2 sounds. It's either a key or a K. And this one is the pronunciation key. So we start off with a key, put an N on it, and so we have quince. So it's 2 syllables. Quince. Read that with me. Quince. One more time. Quince. 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 Muy bien. Let's do the say numbers together, starting with once. Read them with me. Once, doce, trece, catorce, quince. One more time, please. Here we go. Once, doce, trece, catorce, quince. Excelente. Let's start back from número 1, por favor. And let's see what we can do. Starting with 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Muy bien. Well, you know, we're halfway there. We are halfway to 100 already. We only have a few more numbers that we have to learn. Actually, we're further than halfway. I think there's about 7 or 8 more numbers that we need to learn, and we can count all the way to 100. So you practice with 1 a 15, 1 through 15, and really nail that down. If you know those numbers, it's going to make it much easier to go ahead and finish all the way to 100. So you might want to just stop right here, pause the thing, and come back and pick up where you left off until you have 1 through 15 completely memorized. Actually, the next 4 numbers are very simple. You already know them. We can look at them in details. Look at this, por favor. The number in English, of course, is 16. Well, in Spanish, what they are actually saying is 10 and 6. Look right here on the bottom. They read it and they pronounce it like this. Most Spanish people will say 10 y 6. 10 y 6. Now, this is the correct way to spell the word. Right here at the top, that's the correct way to spell the word. But this is what most people are saying. Most people, they read it 10 y 6. I even see people writing it this way sometimes, though it's not correct. Now, remember that the Z is an S sound. Well, so is the letter C, an S sound when it's in front of this letter. So these are pronounced exactly the same. This is 10 and this is pronounced 10. This is pronounced E And this is pronounced E. So the pronunciation is exactly the same. What they're actually thinking and saying is 10 and 6. But this is the correct way to spell it. 16. Read it with me. 16. 16. Now, what do you think 17 is? 17. 17. How about 18? 18. 18. 19? 19. 19. Muy bien. Now we know all the way through 19. So, by working with those, then we can move forward, because now all we need to know is counting by tens, the number for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 9 more numbers, and we're done. We'll be completely finished. Go ahead and memorize 1 through 19 and practice that. Then come back and pick up. Let me go ahead and start now, though. Let's look at the next number. The number is 20. 20. It's pronounced 20. Like a vein. You know, you have vein in your arm. 20. 20. And when we go to the next number, you can do it this way. 21. This is the correct way. In the 20s, this is how they spell all of the 20s. They actually remove the letter E, and they change this to the letter I, the E, Spanish E, so it's spelled 21. Read it. 21. Or you can pronounce it like it is at the bottom. 21. Both are accepted in the Hispanic community. Correct way to write it? This is what most people say. 21. Read it. 21. Well, you just continue from there. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. The next number is 30. It's 2 syllables. 30. 30. Read it. 30. Now, the correct way to do 31, 32, 33, all the way from here on, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, all the way up to 100, is you take the number 30 or 40 or 50, put the word E, and then put the next number. Similar to what we do in English. We say 31. Well, the correct way to write it in Spanish would be 30 and 1. This is the correct way to write it. But when I hear people pronounce it, when I hear people say 31 in Spanish, most often they drop this right here. And they'll simply say 31. 31. Or you can say 31. Both are correct. Both are accepted. This is the way you write the word if you're writing on a piece of paper. And most people, when they pronounce it, they will simply say 31. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. The next number is 40. 40. The syllables are divided. Qua, ren, ta. 40. 40. I believe in your book I have the syllables divided for you. It helps pronounce the word if you have it broken into its syllables. So it's 40. Read it again. 40. 40. The next one is 50. The syllables are sin, quen, ta. 50. Read it, por favor. 50. Again. 50. The next one is 60. 60. 60, you can divide it. It is, the first syllable is se, the next syllable is sen, and the last syllable is ta. 60. Read it, please. 60. The next one is 70. 70. The only difference between these two numbers is that one letter right here. 60, 70. 60, 70. So you have to be very careful when you're pronouncing those to very carefully enunciate the S or the T to clearly understand if someone is saying sesenta, which is 60, and setenta, which is 70. The next one is ochenta. Ochenta, the syllables, we start with an O, then we have chen, and then we have ta. Ochenta. Read that, por favor. Ochenta. The next one is noventa. We have the first syllable is no. The next syllable is ben. And then ta. Noventa. Read it, por favor. Noventa. Noventa. And the last number is cien. Cien. One syllable. Cien. Hey, excelente. Now, I'm going to run through them with you all the way, one time. So, let's start, por favor, with number one, número uno, and count with me, and let's go through all the numbers together. ¿Listo? Let's go. We have uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98 o 99, 100. Excelente. Muy bien. Now you can count 1 to 100. You probably want to practice with this. The practice counting the numbers is really going to help you master the pronunciation. At the same time, you're learning something very valuable, how to count to 100 in Spanish. So my suggestion is use your audio CD. You can use it in your car. I think it's broken into sections. You can practice the 10s, the 20s, or the 30s, or the 40s. Well, you take that and you keep practicing with it until you can count on your own 1 to 100 without any hesitation. When you're driving your car is a great time to count. Count everything you can imagine. Just while you're driving to work, driving to school, driving to the store, count cars, count telephone poles, count stripes on the road, whatever you want. Read numbers. You can read numbers off of license plates. Read numbers off the signs on the side of the road. Read them out in Spanish. And if you'll do this for about a week, you will know the numbers well, and most important, your pronunciation will get better and better. So that when we start speaking Spanish and learning the language, you won't have to worry about how do I say the word. You can focus more on what do I need to do to arrange the words to get correct Spanish. Excelente. Muchas gracias. Adiós.